you are a big master in China. What should be paid attention to in using and proceeding new technology in Ex-Libris design?
他说就是介绍了一下你是一个著名艺术家，然后呢，说你对于新的就是展览的，就是这个会展的一些设计，有一些什么样的一些建议啊，一些期待呀那些。
肯定的，因为2010年的时候在土耳其哈塞普先生做的这个活动，他这个活动和其他的这个活动不同的就是，他和时代和新的艺术结合的比较紧，而且我们这个时代永远超越自己往新的方向走。那么，我们这个国际活动，这个长支票的国际活动，一定要面对新的一个当代人的一个思维去创作，艺术家要进入这个时代里面才行。
He said the Ex-Libris communicate is very modern, and he expects the new artist can make some modern and pictures and can look the future and not say the traditional ways.
Thank you. Yeah. Second question, how to improve the interest of particularly the young in Ex-Libris? What should be done to this end?
觉得对年轻的艺术家有一些新的期望，就是他们的新的技术啊，新的那些东西啊，有些什么样的做法啊那些。
年轻的艺术啊，总是用新的东西去反映，那这一点仅仅不够的，就是我们用新的观念，同新的还要用一种对历史的一种传承，对当下的记录，对未来的超越。就是说，但是这种新的力量，它给我们带来新的鲜活的一种面貌，我觉得这个非常好。特别是我刚才强调了，就是我们做艺术这一块一定要新的思想、新的观念。那么我们要把这种东西要给年轻人，让他们在创作的时候能够紧紧抓住这一点，让新的方向发展。
And he gave to the young artist and new idea and no more do the old things and can make the more things and to the new. Everything is new and not like the old.
为了推动年轻的新的发展，让他有眼光，而且我自己有基金会。帮助一些青年艺术家到世界各地去驻留，比如德国，这个意大利，最近有3个艺术家在意大利威尼斯里面驻留1个月。那么还有这个美国、香港、澳门，我不断的送青年艺术家在这个世界，这个世界是一个相同的，就是一个文化新的起点的一个世界。就怎么说呢？就是当代主义的文化。就是世间共同的养分来发展的一种文化。
We have the same things about the new and a young artist, and he had a big project about a new artist, and he make some new artists to the other country to study and to make the more pictures, and he can help them, and so he expects that this exhibition can do some things and can mix all the things, not do the single things.
You bring from China a lot of young children in this Congress.
Yeah.
This is perfect because our future is children.
Yeah.
Congratulate. There's a last question. What is his opinion about Chinese exhibit art?
你对中国的那个书票的那个艺术有些什么样的那个建议啊？那些
整个中国的，因为融入国际大家庭以后，整个的技术和艺术方面呢都有很大的进步。但中国的版画藏书票这一块呢，它还是相对来说比较保守或太传统，它和这个世界的这个很大的差距，和过去的东西有差距，或当代的东西有差距，这就是我们要做的事情，要思考的问题。
We need to think about more mind and technique about the Ex-Libris because the China and the artists do some Ex-Libris is too old and the mind and the technique is very old. So he wants the children and the young artists can look forward and can see the new mind and the new technique and they can improve the quality.
Good.
Yeah.
And then the last question. What is opinion about our Istanbul Congress in 2010?
你在就是那个2010年的时候，他们的那个土耳其办的那个展览，然后你有些什么样的看法和建议？
这个展览很振奋。前2天我还在讲，就是20年我参加的活动里面最好的一个展览。不光是组织，很多细节，而且艺术的面貌非常新的东西。就是昨天他送我一本书，他的书我就很仔细的看，里面很鲜活的东西，新的信息。但是我们的这次这个活动，这些书，因为我们太熟了，20年前是这些东西，现在还是这些东西，我觉得要思考。
And he said that the exhibition is the best exhibition, and he joined it maybe 20 years, and it is very very great, and includes the pictures and the artists and the collectors and the organization. Everything is very good. He saw the book and you gave him yesterday, and he saw every details. It's very very big.
Thank you very much.
Yes, and he can compare this exhibition, and everything is too old. Include the pictures, and every person's picture is the same, looks old.
Yes.
So he think your exhibition is very very good.
Thank you.
He expected.
别慌，还说就这个你看，虽然我是一个年龄比较大的艺术家，但实际上我做各种版画，画各种油画，画出各种中国画，还做装置、空间设计，永远让思想和时代很近的。那么2010年的这个展览，你的整个的这种新的观念思维，让我很振奋。昨天我听说2018年土耳其要申办，那么我很期待，期待这一天。我想这一天在您的这个策划组织下，我想整个这个国际藏书票界肯定有一个新的面貌，我期待。
And he very expect the next exhibition in your country because everything is new. He can imagine it, and he said, he joined your exhibition and he sang a lot of tales and news, and he told us and the very best Ex-Libris exhibition is yours.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank
非常
you.
好，非常好
Thank。you.
Yes.
他
Thank you very
们
much.
他们完全推动了
You're
这个，他和马迪先生完全整个推动了世界藏书票向新的道路发展，这一点非常不简单。
Yes, and you and Martin and you do some things to the Ex-Libris and improve to the new world.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
Thank you，谢谢。
谢谢。
谢谢。
What should be the characteristic features of successful exhibits in your opinion?
The future will be very sad because Ex-Libris need artist and Ex-Libris need collector.
Yes.
The team of artists grow and grow,
Yes.
but team of collector go to the direction of museum.
Yes.
And yesterday we discussed about this problem, and we remember that 20 years ago we said collectors are now at the 50, 60, 70
70s.
years. And today we say already collector start from 65
Yes.
and so on till 120.
Yes.
So balance of between collector and artist now go down
Down.
direction. Sad news.
Yes.
Sad
Yes.
news.
Yes.
But where
What will we do?
we will do. We
Especially how should Ex-Libris education
we
be?
look around the world, and suddenly yesterday we saw the coach on the railway station. From this coach go out about 60 small kids,
Yes.
and today I saw these kids in the exchange room,
Yes.
and every kids has a map
Yes.
with Ex-Libris, and they change.
Yes.
And a few new generation,
Yes.
but it's generation from China.
From China.
So we have to study China now.
you are right. we have to study China.
But in any case, collection, collect of Ex-Libris, it's very seldom hobby
yes.
and work. If you would like to have a quality, you have make a big selection.
Yes.
But I hope we must hope for the good future, and maybe after tomorrow, new collector will start. But we don't know
We
their
don't know.
names.
Yes.
Names. Maybe
Yes.
it's Turkish name, maybe Russian name. Without China already,
Without
because China already,
they are ready. They are ready.
and maybe when European society went from the political problem,
Yes.
they will turn their face for the collection of Ex-Libris for art.
yes. Yes. Another question. What are your expectations of collectors as an artist?
Expectation?
Yeah, waiting from a collector.
Every day I wait, and now the new my way. I wait even at night. I open my eyes and night, but I waiting information from Facebook, from WhatsApp, from all kind of.
Maybe they will order an Ex-Libris to you. You are waiting. What about price of Ex-Libris? Ex-Libris must be sell, or Ex-Libris must be used in book, or Ex-Libris must be collect.
What do you think? Jewelry must be collect or must be used?
Yes.
If you ask a woman, they said, "I would like to buy and I would like to collect." And Ex-Libris is like a kind of jewelry.
Yes.
So
Jewelry. Yes.
it must
she,
be.
She look like a jewelry.
Yes,
Yes.
perfect.
Jewelry.
Because
Jewelry.
it's if we count number of Ex-Libris made over the world or the number of population of the world,
Yes.
it will be one for some thousand people.
Yes. Yes.
It's more seldom than a jewelry.
And the last question. What is your opinion about Russian Ex-Libris art? What's the situation?
Situation we have we have very good team
Yes.
of artists,
Yes.
but now we have not so much but some of them new
Yes.
one, and not in Russia, but Belarus.
Yes.
There are some wonderful
Ukraine.
master Ukraine,
Yes.
of course, and good artist must every time wait happiness.
Yes.
So I wait happiness in this field too.
I can wish just to you happiness. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Good wishes for Turkish people and good luck for you.
Thank you. What is your opinion about our Ex-Libris Congress 2010 in Istanbul?
You know, my family, my son and I was the stars
Yes.
at the last Congress because just only one artist from St. Petersburg, from Russia, can dance stomach dance.
Yes, yes, yes.
And after that, my son was a star on the dancing with girls, and because the next day when we go to the exchange room, they applaud us. Like, oh, now we will return
Good.
once more.
Good.
And
Especially.
about future congress,
Yes.
we have very good impression, and all people must try to repeat good impression on the higher level.
Yes, I have. Yes.
So I will wish you to win, and I wish to be
Thank you.
there.
Thank you. This is very important. Thank you, my dear friend. Ex-Libris must be sell, must be collect, or must be use.
So, by my opinion, it should be sold. Depend where and from whom and at what event. So, by my opinion, contemporary Ex-Libris is not already Ex-Libris; it is a free graphic. So, we can look at the works of Kalinovich, of my works, Jordanov, or whatever, Velikov, Pektash, or no matter. The name I will mention, but all we propose to collectors is, in fact, is a high quality free graphic. So the difference is that we put some kind of the name, but if we remember, at the last Congress, we decided that it's already not necessary to put the name of the collector on the plate. So that means that in general we accept that the free graphic it's already could be accepted as Ex-Libris. So it should be sold, of course.
What are the main problems you have experienced as a collector?
Well, there are many problems. How to get material I like, how to see that artists I like, where to find the material at all. And this takes me to many countries, to many meetings, and also I have to learn from other collectors how to make my collection.
What are your opinions and suggestions about being a collector?
A collector must be with some method, trying to get so much information from each Ex-Libris he collects as possible, and then catalog his or her collection carefully. So for me it has been problematic. I have Ex-Libris, I don't know who is the artist and who gave me this Ex-Libris. So it's important to make note on everything you can know about each Ex-Libris.
Country, age,
Yes,
etc.
yes, and background of the artist, background of the collector you are exchanging Ex-Libris with.
Yes. What are your expectation of artists as a collector?
When I've asked artists to make Ex-Libris for me, in many times I say that they should keep their own position as artists.
Yes.
Sometimes, of course, artists can show me that this is the work they are doing, and I can then show that, okay, I like that specific style, and then they can make Ex-Libris for me. But artists should rely on their own creativity. They should know where they are the best, and if they are not comfortable in making the Ex-Libris, then they should just say that they don't like to do it.
Okay. How should Ex-Libris education be?
It should start in school with general art education, and part of it also include making the students' own Ex-Libris. It might not be very good at start, but to know that it belongs to a book, it is a book-related subject, and also that it's not only the image, it's also the text, and this must be together.
Yes, thank you. Does the internet environment contribute to the spirit of Ex-Libris?
Yes, internet is very important. You can now see examples from all over the world. You can see old Ex-Libris, you can see new modern Ex-Libris from everywhere, and you can choose with what you like. Of course, there's also the side of internet that you can also buy Ex-Libris more easy than before. This somehow changes the tradition of exchanging Ex-Libris. But there has always been people who have bought Ex-Libris and sold their art.
And last two questions. What about in your country Ex-Libris art? What's your opinion? How is the situation?
In Finland, it's not very common for artists to make Ex-Libris. Those who have made many Ex-Libris are getting older, and the tradition is not very well transferred to the young artists. So I'm a bit afraid that it is a bit kind of dying art in Finland.
Bu heyecanı ortalama yani kaç kişiye yaydınız? Şu anda sizin atölyeden yararlanan kaç kişi var?
Valla ben toplam 40-50 kişiyi bulmuştur.
Bravo.
Yani şu an 2000'den beri çalışan benim 10 arkadaşım var. Tabii çalışıp ayrılıp onlara da yardım ediyorum kendi atölyelerini kurmada, elimden geldiği kadar kuruyoruz. Ama sonra tekrar yok biz tekrar gelip beraber çalışmak istiyoruz diyenler var. Evet, ortamı benimsiyorlar. Çünkü bir sinerji doğuyor çalışmalarda. Herkes birbirini tetikliyor. Yani gerçekten bir savaş alanı gibi çalışıyoruz. Ben sadece senede bir gün atölyemi tam temizliyorum. Ve onu söyle, şarap günü.
Güzel.
var bizim.
Güzel.
O şarap günümüzde
Bunlar motivasyonu artıran şeyler.
Evet,
aslında.
atölyemizi merak eden dostlarımızı, çalışan arkadaşlarımızın yakınlarını davet ediyoruz. Atölyemizi tanıtıp ve neler olduğunu işte ve Ekslibris yapıyoruz, kuraya koyuyoruz. Kendi Ekslibrislerimizden heyecan yaratıyoruz. Tabii çekilişler yapıyoruz.
Итак, перед нами Михаил Верхоланцев, один из самых известных ныне живущих ксилографов в мире. И вот как одному из самых известных ксилографов в мире мы задаем вопрос. Вы стали пользоваться компьютерными технологиями. На ваш взгляд, каковы перспективы использования новых технологий в Экслибрисе?
Громадные. Будущий Экслибрис – это смесь технологий, традиционные и компьютерные. Это самое замечательное будущее. Вообще в искусстве компьютер – прекрасная техника. У нас есть такой художник Худяков, который все свое искусство делает на цифровых У него колоссальные изображения, громадные и очень сложные. То есть я даже завидую таким художникам, которые великолепно владеют компьютерными технологиями. Я-то не особенно владею, жена моя владеет компьютерными технологиями, и я пользуюсь ее умением. Я отстал, мне уже 80 лет, но если бы я был помоложе, я бы дал прикурить.
Понятно. Спасибо. Теперь еще один вопрос. На ваш взгляд, какие особенности, какие характерные черты у Экслибриса, который успешен? Вот что нужно Экслибрису, чтобы стать успешным?
Экслибрис должен был бы давно умереть, потому что всякое искусство имеет только тогда жизнеспособность, когда у него есть прикладной смысл. Вот если экслибрис наклеить на современную книгу, то это лучший способ испортить эту книгу. То есть экслибрис давно потерял прикладной смысл, но он по какой-то причине жив. Я думаю, что эта причина в том, что он в себя впитывает множество символов, и очень часто традиционных. А ведь искусство, в принципе, это набор символических фигур, заклинаний, можно сказать, иногда сакральных. Это смесь символов. И вот Экслибрис как раз придерживается этого принципа. Он символичен, поэтому он жив.
Понятно. А что нужно для того, чтобы научиться мастерству Экслибриса?
Специально Экслибрису учиться не нужно. Просто развивайся как художник. И, может быть, даже лучше развиваться в сторону станковой гравюры или прикладной гравюры, или лучше всего заняться дизайном книги или дизайном журнала. И тогда художник, после того, как он прошел дизайнерский опыт, он приобретает чувство масштаба. А чувство масштаба – это первое, что в Экслибрисе, потому что ты работаешь на очень маленькой плоскости, очень маленькой, а попасть в масштаб именно на маленькой плоскости труднее всего. Поэтому художники часто Экслибрис раздувают, все увеличивают. И сейчас он превратился, можно сказать, в эдакого крошку Цакиса.
Понятно. Ну, последний вопрос. На ваш взгляд, чего коллекционеры ждут от художников-мастеров Экслибриса?
Отвечу очень цинично. Только написание своей фамилии. Потому что они хотят немножко себя увековечить.
Понятно.
Вот. А мне даже однажды Лобарев сказал очень грустную для меня вещь. Художник в Экслибрисе – это дело 10-е.
Вот так.
Вот так.
Понятно. Спасибо большое.
Спасибо.
Спасибо.
Thank you very much. Should there be humor in Ex-Libris design? What is the contribution of humor to Ex-Libris?
Он говорит, что юмор, настолько ли важен юмор в Экслибрисе и его место в Экслибрисе?
Это что я думаю?
Да, конечно.
Натюрлих, то юмор – это главный момент и всей нашей жизни, и моей в частности.
Okay. Olga, you use different technique in your Ex-Libris. Some were empty. This is composition rules?
I don't know exactly. It's my feeling. If I see that I must put something else,
Yes.
I will put. If I feel no different components, it will be not.
In Ex-Libris design, feeling is very important.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And
Thank you.
and humor and
Yes. Okay. How to improve the interest of particularly the young in Ex-Libris?
Он спрашивает, как можно подогреть как бы интерес молодых к экслибрису.
Ну и вопрос. Надо сначала их найти, этих молодых. А уж если они найдутся, подойдут близко, можно все рассказать и показать. Но пока что-то молодых я не вижу. Китайцев только много. Молодых.
Нет, не художников, не коллекционеров, а художников.
Интерес к экслибрису?
Да, чтобы
Но
они
это
работали
значит,
в экслибрисе.
Это в учебных заведениях надо все педагогам рассказывать все это, что такое экслибрис. И это дело наладится.
What's your opinion?
I think so that at first we more old artists must to explain to young artists what is this at all, Ex-Libris. Not Ex-Libris like word, but the
Yes.
thought.
Yes. Okay. Another question. What should be the characteristic features of successful exhibits in your opinion?
Ну, как ты можешь характеризовать будущее Экслибриса, ну, то есть будущее европейского Экслибриса, вот так, или будущее Экслибриса в Европе?
Я думаю, в самых радужных словах.
I think so that future is nice because like books will be forever and Ex-Libris will be with books forever.
And last question. What is your opinion about Russian exhibits art, Russian exhibits future?
Что ты думаешь о будущем, вообще о русском экслибрисе, российском экслибрисе и о его будущем?
Ну, школы русского экслибриса достаточно имеют богатую историю. Вот. А что будет дальше с русскими, это надо быть пророком.
Your opinion?
Maybe you are right about future, but I think I am optimist, and I think everything will be okay with Russian Ex-Libris, and now we have many good artists and even young artists, good, and I have a future will be nice.
Okay. The last question. What do you think about our organization? I hope we will do it next Congress 2020.
I don't know if it will be in Turkey.
Yes.
Future will show us, but I think that it's possible because organizer is very good. We know it because in Istanbul it was perfect.
Thank you.
And I think next, if it will be perfect too.
Юрий?
Спрашивает, что ты думаешь о том, что вот если в 2020 году будет в Турции, то какова будет организация?
Если будет Hasip руководить, то будет самым прекрасным образом.
I think so.
Thank you very much. Siba.
Nothing.
His last answer, what he did.
He said if Hasip will be organizer, everything will be okay. More or less the same.
Yes.
Я хотел уйти с микрофоном.
What are your expectations of collectors as an artist?
As usual, I think, because we expect from collector that they will order works from us, from artists, and we expect from artists good meeting, yeah? Good discuss,
Good.
talking.
How should Ekslibris education be?
No, I have to go to a meeting.
How should Ex-Libris education be? Now.
Now you are also a teacher at academy.
Yeah.
What's your opinion about future, next generation?
It's difficult to say about this situation because graphic art in Russia, I think, not so interesting for artists because it's very cheap art. If young artist and talented artist begin his career, he need to make choice between to make money or to make art. So situation is not simple, but we try to develop this direction in our academy. So I teach my students how to make Ex-Libris, how to make engraving on metal, for example. So, but situation is not simple. So I don't see very optimistic horizons in this field.
Yes, okay. What should be the characteristic features of successful Ex-Libris in your opinion?
I think it's very different things. Yeah, yes. Very different things because it depends from artistic style, of course, from ideas artists bring to people from different directions. So
do you make?
I cannot name any one or two important characteristics of Ex-Libris.
Do you make also collection?
A little bit.
A little bit.
Yeah.
What do you think about your collection later? Will you donate some museum or sell?
I am not collector at first. At first, yes. I am artist.
Yes.
So I have a very small collection from my friend, from artists which I love. So not so big collection. So it's impossible to say about giving this collection to art museum because it's a small.
First, let me say it's a pleasure to speak to you in my capacity as an honorary member of your society.
Thank you.
I have my certificate posted in a frame. It was a great pleasure to be elected for that purpose. As a collector, my answer to that is perhaps an unusual one, because there's no real problem with acquiring Ex-Libris. For somebody who wants to do it, you could acquire them by exchange, you acquire them by purchase. You can go online now, which is something rather recent, and buy them if you want to. You can commission them and have your own for exchange purposes. But I'm now been collecting for 40 years, exactly this year. And I'm beginning to ask myself, what do I do with my collection when life comes to an end? And the answer to that is not so easy, because in a way, I would like the collection to be preserved somewhere. But I look around at various museums and libraries who often have excellent collections of Ex-Libris, but they don't take care of them. There's no catalog of them. There's no easy access to them. They don't know what they have. And so I have to ask myself, do I want to add to their problems by giving them a very large collection, which I happen to have, or should I try to sell it? Or should I bequeath it to my children who are no interested in Ex-Libris? And so that's the biggest problem I face. It's not an immediate problem, I hope. If it becomes an immediate problem, it'll be the problem of my widow, not me. But otherwise, I think every collector, good collector, thinks about that sooner or later. He says, what do I do with what I've collected? How do I make it useful for future generations?
What are your opinions and suggestions about being a collector?
I think collecting Ex-Libris is one of the most exciting types of collecting there is. It's not like postage stamps where you are dealing with an industrial product and you go to catalogs that give complete, exhaustive listing of every stamp ever produced. Every collector makes discoveries of different kinds. He makes discoveries of new artists, new designers, people who've never been asked before to design an Ex-Libris, or who may have done it but not so often and aren't known to Ex-Libris circles. That's discovering a talent. You discover bookplates that belong to people that nobody has ever known from previous generations. They're new designers, or they're just new owners of bookplates. So it's part of the science of bookplates. Bookplate research is something that every collector can do and can make an original contribution to bookplate scholarship. And there's the friendship of collecting. You meet other collectors, you meet artists and designers, you meet people who are interested in books generally, who want to have a bookplate but they don't know where to get it, who to approach, etc. It's a very, very enjoyable hobby.
Yes. What are your expectations of artists as a collector?
I think that my expectations are very much recorded in the document that we happen to discuss today. Every artist and designer has his or her own practices in these matters, or if they're just beginning, they ask me for advice as to how they should conduct themselves. I think that, in principle, a bookplate designer should do what he or she is asked to do as best they can. I think they should do it in a way that protects the interests of the client, and therefore, if they want to exhibit and to sell the bookplate, they should agree that with the client. I think that they should be interested in promoting their ability to design bookplates, which is an odd thing to say, but they go hand in glove, because if you design a bookplate for somebody, then of course you want to have the world in general know something about the quality and the originality of your work. And the best way to do that is to exhibit it in various places, catalogs, competitions, wherever it's possible, in fact, to do so. So my expectations are, in one sense, quite modest, but in another sense, quite demanding, because I'm a person, since I collect books as well, who's interested in what we call the bookishness of the bookplate. It should, if I commission it, have a connection with the book itself. I use them. Of course, I also exchange them, but I use them in my books.
Very nice. Thank you very much.
My pleasure.
Thank you.
All right.
What are the main problems have you experienced as a collector?
Main problems as a collector. Well, I think the main problems with Ex-Libris collecting in general is the need to introduce the art form to a new generation of collectors. Now, I don't mean artists, I mean collectors, bibliophilic groups, and art collecting groups. This is what I think is important right now. So, that's my opinion.
Yes, okay. What are your opinions and suggestions about being a collector?
My suggestions about being a collector.
Yes.
I think that to commission more artists and have more material for exchange to keep the art form alive is very important. Yes, we must move forward with some of the best work. I think it's very important too to have a intelligent mix of typography and graphics, and that is a good example of a bookplate. I think that something that focuses more on the graphic and a little bit on the type is not
Good.
Not good. It's not real.
Yes.
So I want to pursue interest in keeping book plate art alive.
Okay. And what your expectations of artists as a collector?
My expectations of artists are to have a mutual agreement in the design of the book plate. It is something that's going to come from the heart and soul of the collector and as translated by the artist.
Good. And another question, what is your opinion about the sustainability of Ekslibris future?
Oh, the future of Ex-Libris, as I said with our point number one, was that I feel that we need to, there will always be artists of Ex-Libris. That's not important.
Yes.
I mean, there are thousands of them in China and Turkey and US and everywhere.
But
We need to find collectors. We need to get out. You, Hasip, and I have to go out to book collecting groups. We need to present
Yes.
Ex-Libris to book collectors. We need to present Ex-Libris to art collectors.
Yes.
So we are gonna, that way we can keep the art form alive, because the Ex-Libris artists aren't gonna care
Yes.
about designing book plates if they don't get paid.
Yes.
You know, I mean, go ahead.
without collector, artist nothing.
That's right.
Yes.
But I think that there'll be many, many more artists
Yeah.
if collectors are willing to commission them.
Yes.
And so that's what I think is very important for the future of the art form.
How did you establish, and how is your problem about your society, your members? What is your problems?
Oh, problems with our members?
Yes.
Most of the American members are, the important collectors are virtually inactive in the international organization, although the artists are coming forward now and becoming more interested in the art form. The problem, it's not a problem, but most of our members are institutions and libraries and museums, and we have they have beautiful collections of Ex-Libris and fine examples of the art form, but they don't exchange. They put on exhibitions, which is also very good for promoting the interest, and that's about it. So I would like to have more participation from the membership in writing articles, in promoting the art form. The institutions are good for that purpose of exhibiting and publishing books and catalogs and things of that sort. But otherwise, they are not active in exchanging book plates, as we are here at this meeting. So, and this is what I would like to see more of. And I think it's coming. It's coming now, as we're building interest in San Francisco, and the society is now based in San Francisco. So there's a big movement in the book arts, biggest in all of the Americas, is right there. So it's great. I'm happy to share that with you.
And the last question, have you ever considered selling your collection or donating it to a museum?
Well, I am the museum. So what I have done is I've gone to my membership of our society, and I've asked them if they want to donate back into the society their collections for their tax purposes. And I've gotten very good results that way. We have our own collection from the society is over 100,000 prints now, very high quality artwork from the 19th, early 20th century, some contemporary work, and some of the artworks going back to the 17th century. So it's very good. I'm delighted with our response. And yes.
And last,
yes.
What do you think of Turkey, about Turkey, our candidate?
I love Turkey, and I love the women in Turkey. Should I say that?
I believe you. I believe you.
I will go to Turkey anytime. I worry about a couple of things though. I worry about the political situation in Turkey. I mean, this is reality, right?
Yes.
We do have a problem here. What do you think?
I think.
Has anyone addressed
I
this?
think we are candidate for 2020 in Alanya. Alanya is very nice city.
Oh, I know.
Silence.
I've heard.
And in seaside.
Yes.
You will make good travel, and you will make exchange, and you will see a lot of historical area. Not terrorism in Alanya. Istanbul is a little bit dangerous now, but I think 2020 maybe everything is.
Maybe everything will change. That's
yes,
good.
Yes, yes.
Well, I love Turkey. I spent a month there.
We will wait you.
Yes.
Thank you very much, James. Thank you.
And you're going to find a wife.
I wish good energy for your job.
You're going to. You can cut it now.
Really?
Really?
Yeah. Okay. Could you explain yourself a little bit?
Yes, I started to make book plates, book illustrations about 7 years ago. I studied under the guidance of Mr. Vladimir Kortovich, and he taught me everything he knew. He introduced me to work with wood, with boxwood, with hardwood. He teach me everything, and I started to make Ex-Libris, book illustrations, free graphic, and now I make my living with book plates, with book illustrations, with selling of my prints. And with other commissions related to the wood engraving. Yes,
especially wood engraving.
Especially wood engraving, because etching has his own market.
Yes.
And xylography is a different market. So I don't want to go to the other markets. Yes,
not different market. Mostly you will work on wood engraving.
On wood engraving only. I'm a big fan of this technique, and I try to collect something.
Okay.
Something which I like.
Gregory, what are your expectations of collectors as an artist?
They need to have money for this, I think.
Yes.
The common situation then Ex-Libris collector want to put in the one book plate very different subjects. He likes women, he likes dogs, he likes children, he likes books, and he wants that everything of this subject
small size.
In a very small size. How I can make it? One subject, one book plate that I like. That I want from collectors. The understanding.
Have you any problem about collector or ordering or paying money? Have you a problem? Have you any problem?
No.
They pay quickly.
Yes, and some of them wants different. I don't know how to say the difference. Someone want to wood box.
Yes.
With his book plates, and this box should be looks very nice, with some carving on this box. So he wanted as a present. And someone wants just a pieces of paper. So
yes.
everyone I think wants something special for himself. Yeah.
Okay. What should be the characteristic features of successful Ekslibris in your opinion?
I think that it should be made in original technique, such as woodcut, wood engraving, different etchings or lithography. It will be already successful. And first, your craftsmanship, how thin you can make it. So the artist of successful Ex-Libris should be not only good artist, but a very good craftsman. The man who can make things from wood or from copper, from metal. So it have to be very good craftsman.
What about CGD Ekslibris?
Yes, I think it could be, but it need you can invent something interesting. You can print it on not on a paper, but on a canvas, on a different kind of paper, on a heavy paper, on a thin paper. You can print now. The polygraphic mediums allows to print with gold ink, with white ink, with silver ink. So you can make something interesting that collectors will be like to see.
Yes. Okay. How should Ekslibris education be? You graduated when?
I graduated in 2011.
2011,
yes.
What is your opinion? What is your experience?
I think that very important thing here is that you need to be taught under the tutelage of the great master. So it is the main thing. So your teacher need to be good artist, good craftsmanship, because very recently people who taught, they not really made it by themselves. So your teacher need to be a master. You need to take how many more from him. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
What are the main problems you have experienced as a collector?
The problem I find is that it's easy to get access to modern plates which have been created in the last few years, but if you're wanting an historical plate which was maybe done 40 or 50 years ago, it's very hard to find them at a price which is realistic.
That's good. And what are your opinions and suggestions about being a collector?
I think it's a very collectible subject. The plates they're not too expensive, depending on what type of plate and what sort of genre or technique is being used. The next problem, of course, is how do you store the plates? Do you put them into an album, or do you mount them on a card? And do you file them by artist or by country? Or there's all these other issues, but these all make collecting interesting and fun.
How to improve the interest of particularly the young in Ekslibris?
Well, I know that in Australia, and I think you've mentioned it in Turkey, there is now a competition which is held every 2 or 3 years, and they promote the competition into primary and secondary schools, and they give a prize for the best plate that has been produced.
Good.
And I think that's the best way.
How many Ekslibris do you have as a collection?
Oh, several thousand, yes.
7,000?
Yes.
Bravo. And the last question, Have you ever considered selling your collection or donating it to a museum?
I've thought about the issue, and my preference is to sell it because it is what other people have said. The collection goes into a museum, it goes into the basement, and it might be looked at every generation. So it is lost. So no one gets any pleasure from it. But if you sell it, a whole new round of people get pleasure from those plates. So I think selling it is the way to go, not to a museum.
Okay. And the last question, what is your opinion about Turkish energy for Ex-Libris?
It is, for a new country, it is quite astounding. You know, I suppose it's a bit like China as well, but because most other countries, it's a very esoteric interest, and not many people are interested in it. But Turkey has obviously got a very vibrant interest in the whole new subject.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you very
Right.
much. Congratulate you for this splendid Ex-Libris Congress.
Поздравляю вас с открытием Конгресса.
Thank you. Благодарю.
What problems have you had in the Congress preparation process?
С какими проблемами столкнулись мы в ходе подготовки?
Ну, основные проблемы при организации любого большого мероприятия – это люди и деньги. Нужно найти людей, которые хотят вместе с тобой сделать это дело, ну и постараться привлечь какие-то средства для воплощения своих идей в жизнь.
What are your expectations of artists as a collector?
Как коллекционер, что вы ожидаете от художника?
Я сейчас как коллекционер уже в таком слабом состоянии, поскольку я больше должен заниматься организацией. Ну, конечно, от художников хочется увидеть новые, красивые, качественные, высокохудожественные, профессиональные работы.
How to improve the interest of particularly the young in Ekslibris?
Как привлечь, может быть, интерес, да, молодых экслибрис?
Ну, это можно только вот учебам, показам их разных техник, показом, как здорово получается, когда ты что-то вырезаешь там, например, на пластике, каком-то кусочке линолеума, а потом можешь раз оттиснуть, и у тебя получается отпечаток, а потом раз оттиснул, и у тебя второй отпечаток, и ты их можешь подарить друзьям, и ты можешь вырезать тут что-то свое, что ты хочешь, и подарить многим друзьям. Это надо учить детей. Вот у нас в детских художественных школах вот этот процесс именно первого оттиска и возможности его подарить кому-то очень нравится детям и привлекает их к тому, что они могут дальше. Ну а дальше надо вовлекать их в участие в выставках. Сначала детского Экслибриса, а потом, чтобы они участвовали и во взрослых выставках.
What do you think of future of Ex-Libris?
Что вы думаете о будущем?
Ну, будущее вообще всего нам неизвестно. Я все-таки надеюсь и думаю, что общими усилиями мы, те, кто сейчас живет, работает с экслибрисами, постарается, чтобы это продолжалось и дальше в будущем. И в этом действительно вот наша надежда на молодых. Но я думаю, что экслибрис будет развиваться. Может быть, он как-то видоизменится. Я уже как-то говорил об этом, что я думаю, что вот, может быть, он начнет как бы переходить в какую-то другую форму, нечто вроде личного знака человека, который характеризует как-то его личное там изображение, вот графическое в произведении искусства. Но я думаю, что он все равно будет развиваться и будет жить.
What do you think of Turkish Ex-Libris artists? They came Congress.
Что вы думаете о турецких художниках Экслибриса?
Я очень рад тому, что приехала такая большая делегация из Турции художников, у которых очень интересное, своеобразное творчество, разнообразное, своеобразное. Ну, вообще мне хотелось бы любым художникам пожелать, это относится и к турецким художникам, чтобы было больше разнообразия, чтобы было больше разных, чтобы они работали в разных техниках. Вот, не только компьютерная графика, а что-то еще своеобразное. Вот то, что отражает их взгляд на жизнь, традиции их страны. Это всегда интересно для других.
Thank you very much. Спасибо.
Пожалуйста.
Ekslibris kitaplar var oldukça, sanat var oldukça Ekslibris yapmaya, Ekslibris toplamaya insanlar devam edecek. Günümüzde en önemli tartışmalardan biri geleneksel Ekslibris mi, dijital Ekslibris mi? Şüphesiz ikisi de var olacak. Çünkü geleneksel Ekslibris'i seven büyük bir kitle var. Ekslibris'i yapan sanatçıların çoğunluğu sanat eğitimi alırken gravür, taş baskı, ağaç baskı öğrendiklerinden o alanda da üretim yapıyorlar. Ama ben iddia ediyorum teknik sadece bir araç. Esas olan Ekslibris'te yaratılan duygu, yaratılan anlamdır. Eğer iyi bir kompozisyon yapıyorsanız bunu hangi teknikte kullanırsanız kullanın geleceğe kalacaktır. Ama siz çerçöp yapıyorsanız dünyanın en iyi teknikleriyle de üretseniz geleceğe kalmayacaktır. Enteresan bir gözlemim bu kongrede. Yeni nesil dijital Ekslibris'e müthiş bir şekilde ilgi duyuyor, yöneliyorlar. Ben Ekslibris değiş tokuşu yaparken özellikle Çinli gençlerden çok güzel gravür yapan, çok güzel linolyum baskı yapan gençlerle Ekslibris değiş tokuşu yaptım. Gittiler. Benim koleksiyonumda o kadar gravür, ağaç baskı dururken gittiler benim dijital Ekslibrislerimden değiş tokuş yaptılar. Bunun anlamı şu. Eğer Ekslibris ruhunda bir titreşim, yüreğinde bir titreşim yaratıyorsa diğer sanatlarda olduğu gibi mutlaka ve mutlaka yaşayacaktır, var olacaktır. Klasik koleksiyon yapanların iddia ettiği gibi dijital Ekslibris çok da olumsuz bakılmaması lazım. Mutlaka ve mutlaka insanlar var oldukça Ekslibris de var olacaktır. Dijital kitap olsa dahi basılı kitaplar bitmeyecektir. Her şeyden önce kitaplar için kullanılan Ekslibris işlevinin yanında bir sanat eseri olaraktan da insanlar tarafından duvarlarına asılacaklardır, koleksiyonunu yapacaklardır ve gelecekte Ekslibris hep var olacaktır.
What I think about the future of Ex-Libris, it could be more similar to mini graphic. So the mini graphic is it's no different from the graphic now, but you need to have the ownership and the Latin letters on the plate. I hope in future there will be more and more young people, young artists and young collectors to join this group, because I see in the past 5 years there are not too many young people involved. All the collectors, artists are getting old. Many of them are, especially artists, they are not able to make any more graphics or Ex-Libris because of the aging. So yeah, I think this is the future, and maybe the problem for future if we don't promote Ex-Libris properly in the whole world. Doesn't matter in Europe or Asia, we're gonna face this problem. If we don't solve the problem, we'll see maybe Ex-Libris will be gone, disappeared one day, which I don't want to see this happen, especially when I'm 50, 60 years old. I want to see Ex-Libris grow and develop anywhere in the whole world.
Я художник из России. Занимаюсь Экслибрисом уже многие годы, может быть, лет 20 или 30, точно не могу сказать. Вот если говорить о будущем Экслибриса, то я думаю, что Экслибрис будет существовать вечно, потому что это такая отрасль, в которой художники всех стран и самых разных направлений могут приложить свои усилия, создавая произведения искусства, занимаясь, казалось бы, таким утилитарным делом, как создавая книжные знаки. И поскольку книжный знак давно стал отраслью как бы искусства, а не просто книжного коллекционирования, то можно не сомневаться в том, что и через 200, и через 300 лет люди будут собирать экслибрисы, но загадывать, каким они будут, эти экслибрисы, в каком это будет стиле, какие художники. Я думаю, что художники всех стилей, всех направлений и всех стран всегда будут заниматься экслибрисом, это будет всегда актуальным искусством. До тех пор, пока существует искусство и книги, они всегда будут соединены, и всегда будет процветать и существовать такой замечательный жанр искусства и коллекционирования, как экслибрис.
I don't believe that the traditional use of book plates as a mark of ownership in books is going to have much future. I worked as a cataloger in a library in Los Angeles that commissioned a number of book plates to use in their books. And at a certain point they decided not to use them because it was too much work to paste them in and really had no practical effect in making the books more secure. Book plates have an enormous future, I think, as a specialized area of small graphic art. And that, as we know from this conference, is flourishing and looks likely to continue indefinitely.
For the future of Ex-Libris, I think we have to encourage the youth. It's very important, I think, because they are not very interested in it. They even don't know what Ex-Libris means. We have to put lessons in the academies, in the universities, in the art schools. We have to be very encouraging for the young people. That's what I think for the future of Ex-Libris.
For the future of Ex-Libris, I hope that we will come back to the old techniques. Not only etchings, but woodcuts and lithographies, because nowadays very few artists are making these works in this technique, only etchings, mezzo tinto and all these dry point techniques. Because people have to recognize that the old techniques like woodcut and wood engraving can be very, very precious and very, very difficult. And even you have to know a lot about bookplates, and you have to have seen hundreds of thousands of bookplates that you can say this. Thank you.
Что касается будущего Экслибриса, то я занимаюсь им всего 3 года. Это мой первый FISAE конгресс, но уже, судя по тому количеству работ, по тому количеству художников, которые присутствуют здесь, можем сказать, что будущее у Экслибриса однозначно есть. И, конечно же, такая прекрасная сфера, да, искусства, как Экслибрис, не может не расцветать только в будущем. И как бы с каждым годом мы можем видеть все больше новых работ, новых техник в этой сфере искусства. Единственное, что я бы хотела пожелать многим коллекционерам, возможно, и художникам, использовать более обширные темы для Экслибриса, какие-то более интересные, более исторические, возможно, которые отображают их страну, их обычаи, их страны, чтобы сделать общество этих вот экслибрисов и коллекцию экслибрисов более интересную, более такую, возможно, обучающую в некоторой степени. А так, конечно, я считаю, что в любом случае Экслибрис, он и процветает, и будет процветать. И с каждым годом мы будем видеть более интересные работы и большее количество художников и коллекционеров. Наверное, все.
Автор и руководитель проекта «Брест Принт Триеннал». Что я могу сказать об Экслибрисе, который развивается стремительным образом, но развивается, утратив свое первоначальное значение? Мне кажется, что судьба Экслибриса – перерождение в определенный вид искусства и что-то такое грандиозное ждет «Экслибрис», поскольку формат «Экслибриса» от маленькой картинки превратился в большой практически лист 15 на 15 сантиметров. И уже он является характерной частью малой формы графики. Не только знаком владельца этого «Экслибриса», а произведением искусства. Многие формы, существующие по изготовлению графической работы, афорт, акватинта, меццатинта, рисовая гравюра, оно сейчас на таком высоком уровне, что этот маленький знак стал произведением искусства, достойным произведением искусства. Все зависит от того, что развитие и судьба от коллекционеров, я думаю, на самом деле. Вот. Чем больше коллекционеров, тем больше шансов выжить этому виду искусства. Я желаю развития этого вида искусства и творчества. Я желаю, чтобы это не умерло, а процветало. И сегодняшний наш конгресс подтверждение этому. Огромное число участников, огромное число работ. Это видно, что это не умирает, видно, что это будет жить и процветать. Надеюсь на это со всей душой и сам стараюсь участвовать в этом.
And I'm a collector from 1948, when I was 7 years old. And I collect Ex-Libris bookplates up to the now. And I'm sure that the collecting of Ex-Libris will be forever, forever. When we have books, when we have books lovers, when we have home libraries, when we have public libraries, the bookplates will be present in our life. And a lot of collectors, unfortunately, gone forever, but the new generation of collectors and artists who make the bookplates, they're here in our life now. And even at this Congress in Vologda, and one of new starting artists is Alexandra. Представься.
I'm Alexandra Volchuk, artist from Odessa.
From Odessa, the same. So, when the people ask me what is the future of bookplates, of Ex-Libris collecting, I say much depends on the attitude to this art thing. Some people say, oh no, it is not art thing. It is not a thing of art. But at the same time, they use such names as the International Encyclopedia of the contemporary art of Ex-Libris. So some people use the word art, and other people, mostly of the commercial direction in Ex-Libris, they prefer to read off the word the art, because this word makes some difficult situation for commerçants. Some legislation of many countries, they forbid to transfer the book plates of all times of their country to other countries because the people don't want to lose their past, their history, including the history in Ex-Libris sphere, because Ex-Libris as a separate, even one book plate may say much very interesting information about the owners of this Ex-Libris in the past, about the artists which did it, about the techniques of engravings in the past which brought us to the present popularity of Ex-Libris.
Of course, we have to realize that in the European countries, the collectors are getting a bit older. There are few young people. The opposite is in China, for instance, where there are a lot of young collectors and young people interested in it. So what we will see is a geographically change. And now we will see China as a common country. After China, we will see India. Turkey is at the moment coming very quickly, so it will remain. Real art will always be there.
Здесь сейчас мы присутствуем на заключительном этапе 36-го Всемирного конгресса Экслибриса в Вологде, где я выступаю переводчиком. Мне задали вопрос о том, как я вижу будущее Экслибриса. На мой непрофессиональный взгляд, я полагаю, что будущее Экслибриса — это прежде всего нынешние молодые художники, и в первую очередь художники, и в первую очередь печатные книги, которые, к сожалению, сейчас не только уходят из наших магазинов и из наших книжных шкафов из-за того, что наступает новый этап в развитии цивилизации, но и, возможно, это дань моде. Поэтому, во-первых, я считаю, что будущее, оно прежде всего за художниками. So the future belongs to the artists of each country.
Aşağı yukarı 15 senedir tanışıklığım var Ex-Libris'te ve gelecek için Ex-Libris'te çok güzel şeyler olacağına inanıyorum. Mutlaka daha güzel ülkeler göreceğiz, işlerimiz büyüyecek, iyi şeyler olacağına inanıyorum.
И в данном случае я участвую в конгрессе Экслибриса, в 36-м мировом конгрессе Экслибриса. Мой муж является ее президентом. Он коллекционер. Я не являюсь коллекционером, и я не художник. Но в силу того, что муж коллекционер, я достаточно хорошо знакома с тем, что происходит в этом мире. Вопрос состоит в том, что вы думаете о будущем Экслибриса. Мне известно, что очень много споров по этому поводу. Одни говорят, что он скоро перестанет существовать, потому что компьютерный мир подавляет все остальные техники. Другие придерживаются совершенно иного мнения. Я думаю, что Экслибрис как направление графического искусства будет продолжать существовать, потому что это один из удивительных способов взаимодействовать заказчику, то есть не художнику, да, тому, кто заказывает, и с художником, и вместе создавать, идти к какому-то результату. Поэтому я думаю, что, надеюсь, верю в это, что интерес будет сохраняться, а художники будут откликаться на этот запрос.
Что могу сказать о моем видении будущего Экслибриса? Все знают, что Экслибрис зародился как утилитарная вещь, книжный знак, и развивается в сторону отдельного жанра искусства. Я думаю, что эта тенденция будет продолжаться, и Экслибрис будет развиваться в сторону его увеличения, усложнения, уменьшения надписи. Ну и, в общем, я вот так вижу будущее Экслибриса.
I think Ex-Libris will keep going on and to and it will get more opportunities for the artists, for the collectors, and as we are living now in 21st century, the technical opportunities are more bigger than it was, I don't know, 10 years ago. And the Ex-Libris has always been for not very big audience. It never had very big audience, and now it will keep that kind of audience with collectors, with artists, like that.
I think future Ex-Libris is very good and more and more people interested in Ex-Libris art.
When you ask me if Ex-Libris has a future, I say yes, there's a future because there will always exist books. People always will read books, and even my granddaughter from 19 years asked for Ex-Libris if grandpa can arrange an Ex-Libris for her. So I think also her children will ask her, and her grandchildren will ask her as grandmother in the future. That's my answer on your question. Is there a future for Ex-Libris? And I say again, yes, there is a future.
I collect already for 55 years, and about the future of Ex-Libris. When you think that I can collect 55 years, I'm sure that there will come more than 55 years after this. People always want to collect, and also Ex-Libris.
What do you think about Turkey Congress?
What I think about the Turkey Congress, I remember the last Congress. It was a very nice Congress. I enjoyed it. It was very hot, I remember. And I think when Mr. Hasip Pektaş will organize it, it will be a good Congress. But we cannot see in the future what about 4 years. I hope all will be quiet in Turkey. So then it will be a very nice Congress. The place is fantastic, I know.
Занимаюсь Экслибрисом 2 года. Вот. Очень мне нравится это направление в искусстве. Вот. И на таком крупном мероприятии первый раз присутствую. Завел новые знакомства с художниками из разных стран, и это очень здорово. Осознавать себя в такой большой семье. Вот. И я думаю, что Экслибрис будет жить и дальше, потому что видно, много молодых художников этим занимаются. А когда есть какая-то преемственность поколений, я думаю, что Экслибрис будет продолжать жить и существовать, и это очень здорово.
Kitap okuma alışkanlığı var oldukça Ekslibris de var olmaya devam edecektir. Ancak Ekslibris'in var olması ve gelecek kuşaklar tarafından benimsenmesi için özellikle genç Ekslibris sanatçılarının desteklenmesi gereklidir. Grafik tasarım ürünü olan Ekslibris'i bir teknolojiye bağlı gelişen bir grafik tasarım ürünü olarak değerlendirirsek, zaman içerisinde Ekslibris'te de yeni basım teknikleri, üretim teknikleri ortaya çıkmıştır. Bunlar yenilenmeye ve gelişmeye de devam edecektir. Özellikle genç kuşaklar yeni tekniklere daha çok ilgi göstermektedir. O yüzden genç kuşakların Ekslibris'i daha çok benimsemesi ve üretimde bulunması için yeni teknikler konusunda bizler de araştırma yapmalı ve genç kuşakları desteklemeliyiz.
Klasik üretim yöntemleri gelecekte daha fazla değer görecek. Teknoloji bir takım üretim olanaklarını çok hızlandırıp kolaylaştırsa da şahsen klasik yöntemlerle, klasik malzeme kullanılarak yapılan Ekslibrislerin daha özel bir yeri olduğunu düşünüyorum.